Welcome back. Another day, another rant. So, I'm at work, city centre, Manchester. I just got to say, the amount of phone zombies who just have the little headphones in their ears, and they don't look where they're going. They don't care if it's a red light, green light. They just walk in the middle of the road. They seem to have this illusion that if they were to meet a 2-ton car, they will come out better and the car will come out worse. It's like a false perception. It's like, they just don't care. There's just no awareness. They're so engrossed in their phones as they walk in. I mean, what's so important that you got to be on your phone while you're crossing the road when there's cars coming, when the lights are green for the cars and you're crossing the road without even looking. I mean, one guy didn't even look. He just went straight across. He absolutely wasn't bothered at all. And I meet them every day. I just let them walk into me sometimes as well when I'm walking down the street. I just let them walk into me. And if they ask me, watch where you're going, I say, well, I'm watching where I'm going. You're looking at your phone. I mean, we all do it at the end of the day, but there's a way to do it. I'm guilty of doing it as well, but I always stand to one side if I need to be on my phone, out of the way of people, and I certainly don't take my eyes off the pavement or the road. End of the day, whatever's on my phone is not worth my life. It's not worth my life at all. And on another note, there's also people like talking about things like, some people are up in arms about Rishi Sunak becoming the Prime Minister. He's an Asian, he's a brown Prime Minister. People need to wake up. It doesn't matter who the Prime Minister is. These people at the top who run this country, they are all on each other's side. They're all pissing the same pot. It's a class thing. It's not a race thing at all. They all help each other while we suffer. I mean, for example, do you think Richard Sunak or Boris Johnson is going to wake up in the middle of the night wondering if someone's going cold or hungry? Is he going to be bothered? No, he's not going to be bothered. He's going to be sat in his warm house with his heating on full blast because it's chump change to him. It's chump change to these people, and most of them claim they're not expenses anyway. So, I think people need to wake up and smell the coffee. Wake up and smell the coffee. Forget arguing about race. I'm black, you're white, I'm brown, you're Chinese, whatever. That's what they want. They want us to fight. They want us to scrap amongst each other. Because it's the old saying, divide and conquer. That's the old saying. It's quite easy. Cause chaos. Mass immigration. Cause unrest. Chaos. Let it get out of control. You ain't got enough police officers, so let it get out of control, and then basically once it's out of control and some of the people are in uproar, you can deploy the army perhaps. Then you got martial law. That's what it's heading towards. That's what this mass immigration is. They know they ain't got the infrastructure to support mass immigration. The hospitals, there's not enough. They're absolutely full. The doctors, you can't get an appointment for weeks on end. The doctors are all stressed out, full. There's not enough housing. Again, the housing is just at ridiculous levels now. There's loads of people waiting for houses. There's simply not enough. But they know all this. They know all this. They're not stupid. They know they know all this. So that's my take on mass immigration. And you can easily be called a racist. You know, I am Asian. I am Indian. You know, even I believe that the immigration now is just beyond control now, and you know, the people out there say, "Oh, it doesn't affect me," because right, of course it does. You know, I'm working every day, paying my bills, paying my taxes, and I'm paying. You know, I'm paying for this. I'm paying for putting people up in hotels. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do understand if it's, you know, women or children, and you know, families that are in desperate need, who are escaping war, escaping, you know, being terrorised, or they're in danger. I can understand that, but if you look at the bigger picture, majority of the people that are coming over are fully grown men who don't look like they need help to me. Don't look like they need help to me. We haven't got the infrastructure to support this, and the people at the top are quite well aware. There's not enough police, there's not enough hospitals, there's not enough doctors' surgeries, there's not enough housing. I mean, they're even building an asylum, an old RAF base in a Yorkshire village somewhere now. You know, imagine, you know, paying X amount of money to live out in the sticks in a smaller community, and all of a sudden you're overrun with 500 plus people extra. That's the reason why you would, you know, live away from towns and cities. And to be honest, if I could afford it, I'd love to live in the countryside somewhere, small village. I think it'd be great, but unfortunately it'll cost me an absolute fortune. So, you know, that's my take on this video. And again, you know, the people at the top are well aware of what they're doing. It's very clever. Only certain people won't see the bigger picture. I definitely see the bigger picture, together with a few friends who are on the same wavelength. I tell you, it's going to happen. I guarantee that it's going to happen. It's going to get to a point where it's going to turn ugly, because majority of the people now are absolutely fed up with this. They're being overrun. You know, being overrun in terms of housing. You'd be having people renting right next to you. You know, in my opinion, if you pay a certain amount of money, you've paid that to live in a good area. And that doesn't mean to say that every asylum seeker or is a refugee is a bad person. No, it isn't. But that's the reason why we pay X amount of money to live away from the general population, not just foreigners. So that's my take on that front, and I seriously hope people start to wake up and smell the coffee. Take it easy, folks, and I'll see you on the next video.